Good morning, everybody. I hope you are well. I am live again across Facebook, LinkedIn, my YouTube channel, and Instagram. You will notice I've had my nails done. Morning, Kate, and I have slightly nasty hair, and that is because this evening I am going. Hi, Sandra. I am going to the Image Business Woman of the Year Awards. I have sadly not been nominated for any of the awards, but a friend of mine has, Beck, who runs the wonderful vegan cafe Kale and Cocoa here in Dublin. And so I'm going to go along and support her and hopefully meet lots of nice people. So I'm going to get all glammed up. So after this, I'm rushing into town. I'm going to go and pick up my dress. And hopefully have a fabulous evening with lots of other wonderful business owners this evening. Anyway, getting distracted about my appearance generally. What I wanted to talk about today is the second week of content that we share in the How to Market Your Business Without Social Media course. We are kicking off on Monday, the 2nd of May. The course, for those of you who have asked, is €100 and it's 4 hours worth of content delivered in nice little chunks that you can watch or listen to. It's all pre-recorded, so you can listen and watch that in your own time. And then we have 4 live Q&A sessions each Friday at 1 p.m. British Summer Time, where you can come and ask me questions about the content. And these 4 modules, these 4 bits of training are what I consider the essentials to giving yourself an alternative to marketing yourself on social media alone or at all, if you wanted to give it up completely, because I know it's wrecking some people's heads at the moment. So we talked yesterday about a website and getting found on Google. That is what the first part of the course is all about. The second week of the course is all about what I have called here the secret online business owner's secret weapon. And I would love to know in the comments, also if you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments, do you have a mailing list for your business? Morning, Maddie. Do you have a mailing list for your business? Because if you don't, and you primarily are expecting to be getting your business online, by that I mean you're not expecting it to come through a in-person clinic or through someone else. If you do not have a mailing list, you are missing a trick. No mailing list. Morning. And yes, I do. Fit Kid says there. So that is great if you've got one. I know Ashley does because she did the course before. Families That Flourish, no mailing list as yet. So this is me saying whether you come and join the course or not, and the course and the module in the course is showing you how to get it set up, what piece of software to do, and how to get it started, to get it start growing and filling itself, basically. Obviously, there's some things you're going to need to do that, but a mailing list is so important because social media is not a platform that we own. And we're seeing this time and time again. I think at the moment, every week, if not more than once a week, I see someone that says they have had their account hacked, or someone that they know has had their account hacked or closed or frozen for some reason. I know the lovely Sarah, who runs Mama Moments, said that she had her account just suspended for absolutely no reason recently. And this is the problem with relying or getting most of your inquiries and bookings through social media. You're not in control. That could happen at any time, and you are absolutely not in control of that happening. And so I'm very afraid. I'm in a group, in a couple of Facebook groups actually, that support business owners, and one person in there saying, as a small product-based business owner, she's had her Instagram account suspended again, and she's absolutely freaking out. That's where she gets 80% of her customers. And I did comment and say, this is why I teach people to do all the other stuff. And a mailing list, the website first, and then the mailing list is the critical part of what will save you in that situation. And even if you are thinking, I'm not big enough to have my account hacked, or, have that problem, or I only got a few hundred followers on my social media. Even people that have a big following on social media have, if they are savvy and sensible business owners, have a way to be moving those people from their social media onto their own mailing list, because there, when you have them on a mailing list, you can contact them in your own way. There's no algorithms there. There's no paid advertising there. You are in control of when you reach out and get in touch with them, what the format of that email looks like, what the content looks like. You're not being censored by anybody. And you can communicate with them actually in a really nice, direct way. Morning, Sinead. I think our inboxes are quite precious places. I know a lot of us don't want to give our email addresses away to just anybody. We invite people in that we think are genuinely going to add value to us and to our content, and to our lives and to our businesses. And so I think what we can do then, if we are sending emails to people, is start a really lovely personal relationship with people, talking to them, sharing what's going on, sharing content. Morning, Sinead. Sharing content that might otherwise get lost in the ether of social media, and actually start lovely conversations with people. So, morning, Shannon. I know it might feel like another thing to do in your business. And I know with social media, it already feels overwhelming, lots to do, lots of content to create, lots of things to work out, lots of hashtags to figure out, and all of that kind of stuff. Can I suggest, and what I suggest on the course, is that you reduce a little bit of the time that you are spending on social media worrying about getting following numbers and people commenting and am I posting the right thing and comparing yourself to other people, because hello, we all do it, and spend a bit of that time on working on a mailing list strategy instead. That is what we cover in week 2 of the Marketing Without Social Media course: how to get your mailing list set up and how to create a really good freebie, lead magnet. You might have heard it called various different things, opt-in, something that you gift to people in exchange for their email address, so you can start contacting them and communicating with them away from social media platforms, in that more personal, direct way to drop into their inbox and talk to them and open up a personal conversation with them. So that is what I think is crucial. And even if you are using social media, and lots of big businesses or people you might be comparing yourself to in the industry are, the savvy ones are the ones that are taking those people and saying, come and download this freebie, or come and sign up for this, or come and join my newsletter, or I'm going to be revealing this exclusively on my newsletter, so come and join. So they're encouraging people to come away from social media, or in addition to following them on social media, making sure they've got them on a mailing list. Because if anything happens to social media, even if, I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg lost his mind and closed everything down, Facebook and Instagram and everything tomorrow, you would then still have people to talk to. And most people, when they're using this mailing list effectively, actually find it a really lovely way to communicate with people. When I write blogs, I send them to my mailing list and I get lovely responses and engagements, and people feeling like, I really needed this, this really landed. And I know sometimes with social media, we feel like we don't get that in the same way. When you're writing to people in their inbox, it feels very different. So I am a massive advocate, and to be honest, anyone else's business and giving out business advice at the moment, I've not seen anybody saying that this is going away. If anything, people are getting sick of social media and all the strategy around it and are coming back to the old ways, including growing that mailing list, nurturing that mailing list, looking after people in that more personalized way and when I say personalized, I appreciate you're still going to be sending a general email to your whole list, but it feels that slightly more intimate when it's in your inbox and you can hit reply and have a conversation with that person. So please don't neglect a mailing list if you are listening to this. Come and join us on the How to Market Your Business Without Social Media course, and I will talk you through how to get that mailing list set up, and then how to create that really good, high converting lead magnet freebie, something that people really want. And then I give you one of my lists, which is 30 ways to then get that lead magnet out in the world. Morning. Get that lead magnet out in the world and get that list growing for you. And for example, I just want to say, this is something that I horribly neglect myself as well. So I am absolutely up for revisiting and doing this along with you, because I can easily get sucked in. We can all easily get sucked into the kind of vanity metrics of social media. My Instagram account certainly is growing really nicely at the moment. And so that becomes then, this dopamine hit of, oh, I've got another follower, and oh, this is great. And, growing that following there, that could go tomorrow. That could literally go tomorrow. What I actually, and I'm talking myself into this, is as I'm seeing those people come in, what I really need is to be encouraging them and finding ways to get them onto my mailing list, because that's where I can really talk to them, nurture more of a relationship, and I'm not relying on the algorithm to make sure that I'm in front of them with the content that I'm sharing. If they're on my mailing list, I know that they'll see the blogs that I share, the podcast episodes, the content and the things that I think are really valuable, and my paid offerings, which I think really game change for them. So that's what I need to be doing with people, not just going with the vanity metrics of, oh, it's great, I've got loads of followers on Instagram, therefore my business is going to be okay. So I am committing to this. I've just talked to my mentor about this yesterday. She was shocked that my mailing list is still only just over 1,000. I think we're just about to hit 1,100. I want to do more on focusing on this as well. So I do think that mailing list growth is super important. I know it can be neglected because I absolutely neglect it as well. Morning, Catherine. And so this is something that I'm really committed and dedicating to show you how to get it off the ground, how to get it started so that you don't feel reliant on social media to feel like you're talking to anybody. So, morning, Katie on Facebook. Lovely. If you have any questions at all about your mailing list, where you're at with it, what piece of software you're using, like how to grow it, if you've got one and you're neglecting it, or it's only got 3 people, including your dog and your mum on it, and you just don't see the point of it, then I'm very happy to answer those questions. Dev just saying, it's mad that we neglect it over social media, but most people hate social media. Isn't that ridiculous? Like, we're in this constant cycle of moaning and whinging. And it's so true. I hate social media. It's killing me. It's really boring. And yet that, if we looked at the hours we're spending, that is where we spend our time instead of coming out and doing all the other things. Focusing on your website, working a little bit on that SEO, like we talked about yesterday, looking at your mailing list. What could I be sending people? What could I be creating? How can I get more people signed up on my mailing list? It is mad. And it's the same when I say, why don't we write a blog post with this time and then know that that blog post is going to get me found years into the future? Oh no, I'd rather spend a little bit of time on social media, create something that's going to get a few hits, a few likes, make me feel good in the instant. We're like this instant gratification. We're hooked on it, and we've got to think long-term, sustainable for our business. What's the best thing to do? Take a couple of hours out of that and plug it into your mailing list instead. And hello, like, I am with you on this. I need to be doing this as well. Katie's just saying this is completely me. Jennifer, this is a lovely sunny morning to start thinking about this. It is, isn't it, Jennifer? Like, lovely day, fresh spring start. Let's put the phones down and step away from the tiny squares and start thinking, how can we communicate and help people? Not sell, Katie will know this, not sell more to people. How can we help more people and reach them where they are? They're in their inboxes. They check their emails every day. Morning, Sonia. Let's go and help them in that space rather than worrying about how we can play the algorithm or what hashtags we need to be posting on our social media. Rant over for this morning. I hope you can see how passionate I am about having a mailing list. I'm talking to myself as much as you. It's something we must not neglect. And if you haven't got one, or you've got one and it, like I say, it's only your dog and your mum on it, and you need a way of growing it and to look after it and some accountability with me to get it growing, come and join us on the How to Market Your Business Without Social Media course. We start Monday the 2nd of May. If you've got any questions at all, please let me know. Drop into direct messages, come onto my email. Morning, Carla. And I'm going to come back again tomorrow and talk about what we are covering in module 3, in week 3 of the course, and how that again is going to build your business in a much more sustainable way than popping content on social media every single day. I'll leave it there. Have a wonderful day in the sunshine, and I will see you again at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Drop me a direct message or leave me a comment if you've got any questions at all about the course or about mailing lists. Happy to answer.